Now we're cooking. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Orchestrating the offense, the former 3-time captain at Michigan State, quarterback Kirk Cousins.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable third down receiver.
Now the second down throw on target. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Right there, 54. 54, Mike. Come on.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Cousins gives way to Cook. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On third down, Benjamin. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the 1st quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jennings has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Wilson, and that will be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 18 carries, 77 yards. Cook.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Draw play. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. Here's Penny. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Cousins.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the dump off at second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the 38, Wilson completes it to Jennings. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Check. On first down, it's Carson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. 20! And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Short throw to Disley.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. To throw is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. That's caught by Jennings. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And it's a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Wilson. This is Jennings. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cousins from the gun on 3rd, and he's able to find Diggs. Now the ball comes loose.
Let's go. Do it.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Completes it to Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Cousins on target to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's polished off by a Vikings score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense now getting set to go again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On third down, Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Ready? Time go.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
42's the mic. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Mike's by 4. Tackles.
Now it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From the gun, a give to Penny. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
QB's trash. Let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
He's checking crack.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. From the red zone now, Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Wilson. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Passer defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. On 1st down. It's Carson, and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
We got three.
Now Wilson. And he finds Penny. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
A gain of 14.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So that'll back them up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They run again with Carson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So the victory here for Seattle, and really it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew this is a tough place to play, overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win, and here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Seahawks, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.